all in my mouth. Only I don't know how they got out. You turned me back into the bed I was when we met. I was happier then with no mindset. And if you turn to me like a girl takes to win, well, I'd have jumped from my trees and died and dance like a king of the ice. So as the rest of our lives were fed well. You slang when you notice the stripes, the dirt in your fries. Hope it's right when you die, old and bony. Dawn breaks like a bolt through the hall. Never should have called, but my head's to the wall and I'm lonely. And if you turn to me like a girl takes to the wind, well, I'd have jumped from my trees and died and dance like the king of the ice. So as the rest of our lives were spent Godspeed, all the beggars at dawn, and they all cut their thumbs and bleed into their buns till they melt away. I'm looking in on the good life I might do never to find without a trust, the flaming fields and I'm too dumb to refine. And if you turn to me like one, I'd dance like a queen of the ice. So as the rest of our lives were fed well.
Love would start from a spark. That embers burn, making smoke, drift into my lost heart. At night, I'm between a rock and a hard place in the bed.
We're missing one. Where's Joe?
Here he comes.
Yes! Touchdown. All right.
Gosh. The internet.
There we go. Am I still doing this?
I think so. for,
Okay, cool.
for full transparency, Joe's a little choppy tonight. Internet in his neck of the woods.
Oh, no.
It just turned into like beige pixels on his screen.
His face. Well, it's flush.
That's what we meant by choppy. Yeah, so we're the One Night Stanleys. We're a collection of improvisers that do improv comedy. Joe Carney normally likes to interview an audience member. We don't have audience members, but we do have a guest via this Zoom thing, and we don't have Joe. So
he's going back to the other room.
He's going back to into the kitchen where the Wi-Fi signal's stronger. So let's welcome our guest, shall we, guys?
Yeah, Joe.
Joe is not our guest. We have a very special guest, and that is Sarah Kennedy.
Hi. How's it going?
Hello.
Hi, Sarah.
Thanks for having me.
Heck yeah. Hey, can we shuffle the pictures around? Yeah, there we go.
There we go.
That's better. That's much better. There we are. So, yeah, kind of what I would normally do is I'd say, like, how was your day? What did you do today? Just like kind of post-COVID, I like to say, how was your week? What did you do this week, or what kind of stands out to you from this week, just to sort of broaden the scope a little bit.
That's good. I think that's really good. I think today, a lot of people had the same day today. So it's going to be stretching out
yeah.
to the week.
For sure.
My week was good. I have a new startup job that I'm working remotely. So I get up and my commute is hell. I walk to my office and then I sign in and I'm basically in Zoom meetings and Slack and answering emails all day. But it's the end of the quarter. So we had a big meeting and we did so well this quarter. Do you guys know what you guys, okay, so when you work at a startup, quarters, yeah, like, you have to change, basic change.
I know dimes. That's about it.
But I mean, like, startups are different than other companies because they're spending somebody else's money to do their stuff,
right. Right.
So you end up getting like a lot of really cool kid rewards for lots of little things. So because we had a good quarter, they gave us all $100 to take our friends and family out to dinner with as a thank you. So I get
that's awesome.
reimbursed.
That's so fun.
That's
the
nice.
deadly restaurants send you out to deadly restaurants.
I know, they're like, thank you so much. Never come back.
So you said you got a new startup job. That's what you said. Because I know you as a stand-up, and I thought you said I got a new stand-up job. And then all this stuff came in, and then you talked about quarters and doing really well, and I was like, what? Stand-up corporation.
Once you get to a certain... Yeah, my agent got me this stand-up job, and I think
I was really confused.
Our goals. Yes.
Can you tell us a little bit about the startup at all, or is it hush hush?
Yeah, no, it's fine. It's a startup from Ohio called Loop, and they do they facilitate returns for like online stores. So like,
oh, cool.
If you bought shoes and the person gave you the shoes and you didn't want them, the person on the other end would be like, I don't want you to send back the shoes, and we just step in and be like, we'll send them back for you.
Nice.
We got a big.
So how do you have a good? How do you? I don't know if you guys can hear if I'm messed up again. How do you have a good or a bad? How do you have a good or a bad quarter in the returns business? Like
right, because you think like nobody sent anything back. We just got new people. We got new people who wanted to use us instead of another company. So
cool.
I got it. Okay, new customers. That's it. So it's a little bit of trying to bring people in. Yeah, so if I've got my mom and pop shoe store and I can't get returns figured out in an online world, I would call your startup to do that. And that's what makes a good quarter for you, bringing in more mom and pop shoe stores like me. Now I get it. Okay, I thought this was like the old change store from Saturday Night Live where like the volume, I don't know if that volume of returns is good. That makes a lot more sense. Okay, anyway. Yeah. Very good.
So Loop doing good.
Loop doing great. And I mean that's pretty much it. And then that's what do you do? You hang out at home. That's
What'd you eat today?
Today I had nachos from Garcia's, and then for lunch we got a box from the Skarsgård Farms. So we had a fresh apple. Yeah. And then lots of coffee. I just drink coffee all day. And then
for those who don't know, sorry, Skarsgård, it's like a farm where they send food to your house if you want, like local organic food type stuff, right?
Yeah, definitely.
Mhm. Yeah.
So let me ask a question. In this COVID world, I know I'm working from home too. My wife is. My son's a virtual learner from home. So we spend a lot more time all in the house, which I think has raised our awareness of neighbor situations. I'm just curious if you've had more things happen with your neighbors, or has everybody been cool? Or have you noticed anything's going on where you're like, was this going on all the time around my house and I was just out? Or what? I'm just kind of curious if you've run into any of that during this.
Yeah, I mean, all of my neighbors are very cool. My exact next door neighbor has this really cute Australian Shepherd, and he's still a puppy. And like, for some reason, at 2 p.m. every day, he like clocks in to bark duty, and he just barks nonstop for hours. But it's like on the dot. It's like he waits until Judge Judy is over, and then he starts like barking. So
It could be that.
it really could be.
Yeah.
He's upset it's over. Okay. Well, that's not too bad. That's the dog situation is certainly one we've had to navigate over in this part of the woods. Though that's not bad that you haven't had to do that. Not okay. Yeah, that's something that we've had to deal. Have you learned any new any recipes, or have you done any cooking now that you're home a lot?
Well, it's weird. I feel like COVID's been going on for so long that I've done all of. I baked bread. I was making my own bitters for a while. That was really cool. I have a lot still left over if you guys want some. And then, I mean, I was just talking about this before the show that I'm into like mixology, but with mocktails right now because I'm doing sober October, and so like I've been making all kinds of stuff. I guess with my homemade bitters too, but.
Okay. Any tips? Any
sobering up right now? It seems like it seems like everyone partied hard during the quarantine.
Real hard.
Deal with it, and then we were like, "This ain't going away." So
I did that with my hair. I didn't cut my hair for 7 months, and last weekend I was like, "This is gonna go on for a while. I should probably look like a human again."
Yeah, you guys can't see it because of my background, but I have the longest hair I've had since I was like 24.
Yeah, I can almost ponytail.
My wife has been watching videos on cutting hair. She cuts me and my son's hair, and thank God she enjoys it. She finds it therapeutic to do. The only issue, the first like time that she did it, it took, and take a look, like I don't have a whole lot going on here. This took 2 hours. It took her 2 hours to do this, but so it kind of was sore for me, but you know, as long as she enjoyed it and I got a cut, it was nice. But do you have any recommendations, Sarah, on a mix that you're liking in particular that we could all try out?
Yeah, so again, with the being into bitters and like mixy kind of stuff, there's this kind of bitters called barrel spice bitters, and it just tastes like spicy wood. And if you just do that with club soda and some lime juice, it's probably the closest I've gotten to like a whiskey soda replacement that I've found. It's super good.
And what is it called? What did you say? Barrel bitters?
Barrel spice, yeah, barrel spice bitters. So it's like all the stuff that you need for whiskey, minus the whiskey.
That's the whiskey. How about that? All right, that's cool. Good to know. Very nice. Let's see. Anything? Well, outside of the usual worries, are there any other? Sometimes we'll say if there's anything. Normally we would say, "Hey, is there anything on your mind? Anything you're worried about?" But you know, that was before there was a pandemic that was on the front of everyone. What's like the third thing on your mind? I don't know.
Well, yesterday.
Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
Oh, that's okay. Yesterday, I was on a podcast where I got asked a very similar question, and I got my tarot cards read to answer the question. So I'm actually less worried about it than I was before. But I did fantasy football for the first time because I was trying to make friends at my new job. And I don't know anything about football. I don't know anything about football, and I don't know anything about fantasy football. And so then I was like, am I just, cause then I was predicted to be 8th the entire season, and I haven't bumped up from that out of 8. So that's why I asked the tarot cards. I was like, am I going to be last the whole time? Like, is that it for me?
What did they say? What did they say?
No, they said I'm gonna do fine. They said I'm gonna do great. So I think that means that I'm just gonna make a lot of friends this year. So
tarot cards have been pretty forgiving in my experience. I haven't really met too many bad tarot readings. I think it can happen, right? But generally, it's perspective a lot, right? And I don't know. You can find silver linings. It seems. That's my experience with tarot.
Mine too.
Well, very
Cool.
good. I hope you kick ass in that league, Sarah. I hope you beat the heck out of them. Worst to first. It's gonna happen. You know it.
Before we let you go, I was going to ask you a leading question. Do you have any short films or streaming shows that are coming up?
Well, I'm so glad you asked. Yes, and let me tell you about them. I can do improv too. So I've got a short film that's part of the Way Out West Festival that starts, I think, next week. It's called The Fabulous TBDs, and we made it in quarantine, and it's about quarantine, but it's a mockumentary about a band, and so you should watch that through the Way Out West Fest. And then also on Thursday, I have on all these same channels, I have a show called Sarah Kennedy and Friends, and it's me and friends, and we're doing like a comedy and talk show and cool little bits and games and stuff, and I'm super excited to get to bring it and share it with everybody.
Very cool.
Awesome. Very cool. Well, thanks so much for joining us, Sarah. Thanks for giving us something to think about
Thanks,
here.
Sarah.
Yeah, break a leg.
Enjoy your mocktail. Thank you. All right. Interesting.
Yeah. All right.
Do this.
Let's do this.
Oh, now that your hands are washed, I'm ready for my reading. Thank you so much.
Sure. You may proceed.
Oh, yes, of course.
Proceed by placing your hands on the table. That's what I meant.
Okay.
Good. Those are good ones.
I'm sorry, face up or face down?
Face up.
Oh.
By face up, I mean palms face up.
Palms up, of course.
This is not a palm reading though, but I do like to look. Yeah, these are good. These are good ones.
Oh. I just have I really came just to sort of ask about my job. Sort of, am I in line for promotion? Am I going to get cut?
I know. Because you're worried about your job. You're worried about it.
I am worried about my job.
I'm seeing that you're a little on the fringe right now with your work. That it was a situation that was pretty good. Now you're not so sure about it, and you have uncertain times ahead.
Yeah,
that one could be interpreted as uncertain times.
Yeah, so. that's why I'm here, because I was doing so well. That I'm vice president of marketing, but then it's like after 6 months of doing marketing, it's like, am I a marketer or am I am I something else? Am I a strategist?
I know. Yeah, confidence issues. Not sure about whether or not you deserve what you have, or if you really fit in, because this cup card could be interpreted this way. And just before we continue, you should know that I'm a promise nothing reader.
Oh.
I don't promise that these things are real or will happen. What I do is whatever you say after I have that information, I say, I know. And then I make things which could generally be true. And these cards are the interpretation of it. So you could actually do this. But
I do it myself.
I know.
Oh.
Because you are starting to feel confident in your own abilities. And that one?
The skeleton.
Which means?
I'm going to lose weight.
That's right.
I know.
Pretty good chance of that.
I've been working out lately. Not very often, like once a week or so. But I feel like it's really kicking in.
You believe in yourself.
I do believe in myself. I know. This
right here is the tower. Could be
that's my confidence level. It's like going up to the top of the tower.
I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, you're really good at this. I feel relieved.
Thank you.
I feel a sense of relief finally.
I know you do.
It's a fire pit.
Weird. I've never seen that one before. I didn't even know that was in the deck. Huh. Interesting. Barbecue, maybe?
I did buy some meat recently.
There you go.
Hey, man, I just want to say thanks for letting me volunteer here.
Oh, I mean, it's we're so glad to have you. I mean, we need all hands on deck. There's so much work around this place. I mean, you could see. I mean, just to have somebody else here, moving some of this stuff in and out is just a relief.
Yeah. It's my pleasure to be here. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, and I want this to become a paid deal as much as you do. I mean, we're going to start. I mean, as soon as, we kind of get moving a little bit, start pushing some of these bidders out the door. I mean, once people get a flavor for it, I think that then we'll start to get some cash inflow. I mean, this has been a rough quarter.
Are you okay? Doubt. Yeah, I was going to say, man, you're just kind of talking. I have absolute faith in the company.
That's good, Chet.
Yeah. Are you okay?
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, this is my dream, I always wanted to bring barrel bitters to the world, barrel bitter spices. And this is it. I'm living the dream, I got, I got so much of that stuff. I mean, I got, 24 tons of this stuff in the warehouse here. And you've been, just knocking it out, moving this stuff.
Jesus Christ, Chet, what's going on, man? Talk to me. Forget about the bitters. What is happening?
When I brought you in, I'm like, boy, your name's Chet too. We're a couple guys named Chet. This is going to work out really good. And nobody's buying this stuff, man. I don't know if it's I don't know if it's pandemic. I don't know if people are getting sober. I don't know what, but it ain't working. I mean, I've been at every, you've seen the places. It's just nobody's buying this stuff. And if I don't sell some of this stuff, I mortgage the house and, I borrowed and God, if I don't sell this stuff, Cindy is going to kick my ass. There, I said it. Okay.
No, she's not. It's okay. Calm down, man. Life right now for everyone is so in flux, I mean, sure, you got a lot of money on this thing, but you've always been the guy that always uprights, man. When we were kayaking, they called you upright Chet. You would always go down, always up, always flipping back up.
You were always upside down. You were always
almost drowned a few times. You saved my ass.
Upside down, Chet.
All I'm saying is this is so unlike you to hear a guy that's always been upright, Chet, feeling like he's taking on water.
I mean, upside down, Chet. I got more water in my kayak than I usually do, and I'm looking at you. You got a little bit of the upside. I'm kind of worried about this investment here that it's turning me an upside down.
Sounds like it. It sure does.
I swear to God, I think you can. I mean, I think your positive energy, your willingness to work here for free, those things have really, I feel like this added pressure has made me upside down, Chet, and you're carefree. I saw you the other day. You're playing guitar outside of that brew pub. Everybody loves you, man. They were just talking about how great you are and some of your songs.
Is this about your knees? Is this about your knees getting old? Is this all like, come on, man?
I mean, my knees hurt a lot.
Talk about it, man.
I'm sorry. I mean, it weighs on. I mean, you got the weight, the metaphorical weight of the barrel bitters, not sell. I mean, look at all these boxes of this stuff. I mean, I put a lot of money into getting them in here, and now I'm trying to push them out. Nobody wants them. That you put that metaphorical weight on top of, the extra weight I tend to carry around the midsection. That's then bad on the knees, and then that weight on the knees, that's the arthritis problems that I have. Yeah, I'm thinking I got to go see Dr. Underwood.
No, not that guy. That guy's crazy. You need a break. You need a vacation, and you need to take your wife, and you guys need to go up into the mountains and go camping for a little bit, and you need to catch your breath. And I'll bail out the water from the boat here, and we'll be upright, and it'll be okay.
You think you can take care of this stuff if I go away for a little while? You think you can move it out?
Yeah, easy. I got you, man.
Yeah.
I have bad news, Darren.
Oh,
They
all
sent
right.
back another pair of shoes.
Oh my God. Another one.
Yes, sir. Right, Darren. Another pair of shoes.
Well, I imagine they want a return, won't they? They'll be wanting some sort of cash return. Do you think they'll take any of our Darren bucks?
I don't know, Darren. I think not. Your Darren bucks are not legal tender. I think they'll
But
want.
the Darren bucks are legal tender at the store. If you use your money to buy our shoes and you're unsatisfied with those shoes, Darren bucks are as good as currency. We just use some of those Darren bucks to buy more shoes here, perhaps in size bigger, smaller.
Darren, you don't need to explain Darren bucks to me. I'm well aware of the system here.
I enjoy explaining Darren bucks, Philip. Don't you know that's one of my joys about this company is explaining the Darren bucks. And so I apologize that I have such excitement about talking about my Darren bucks and using the Darren bucks as a return. I fear, though, that people do not share my enthusiasm, as you say, Philip.
No, Darren, I don't believe they do. I think if you channeled that enthusiasm into higher quality products, better marketing, I think perhaps people would keep the things they purchased. They wouldn't send it back, and you wouldn't have to spend more money on Darren bucks that they never use.
This is a wise idea, Philip, and I trust you very much. This marketing idea you mentioned a moment ago. Perhaps you think some sort of, I don't know, Darren Fest would be a good idea. Maybe have a jump house. Maybe.
I'm sorry, Darren Fest?
Darren Fest, yes, a Darren Fest, a celebration of Darren and his shoes. We have a jump house, cotton candy. Perhaps we'll have a toilet paper toss. Have you ever seen those where you take an old toilet seat, you put it around a bucket, and then you have children throw toilet paper into that? Those 3 items, I believe, will bring people to the store. What about that? You mentioned marketing. Is that what you had in mind when you said marketing? A toilet paper toss, a jump house?
That's what I had in mind. I honestly don't know if this will work. It sounds very old-fashioned.
I see. Well, what ideas did you have for marketing? I've already come up with my Darren bucks, the bounce house, the cotton candy, and the toilet paper toss. Please tell me your ideas, Philip.
I think perhaps commercials on streaming services.
Dear Lord, do you know how much those cost? Commercials on streaming services?
Do you know how much cotton candy, toilet paper toss, and the other things you mentioned? A Darren Fest will cost far more than anything that I'm suggesting.
One might think so. However, I have a number of friends in the entertainment industry who could provide us with a cotton.
Hold on, Darren. I saw how you moved your fingers there.
You mean like this?
Yes, it seems evil. I think maybe you have evil friends you want to bring into this, and I think that's completely the wrong direction.
No. Mysterious Harold, that's just his name. There's nothing evil about Mysterious Harold. He just happens to be a man in the entertainment business who has an inflatable bounce house. There he is, Mysterious Harold.
He was halfway in a bucket.
Yes.
You were reckless and you were irresponsible, and now a man is dead.
I'm sorry.
What did you tell him? You told him that he could do it, that he could interpret his own cards.
The way that I do, just sort of vague interpretations, just assuming the cards don't, actually represent any real connection to the physical world. They're just symbols on paper. There's not a. I'm sorry, Meister Tarot. I didn't know the power I held.
And maybe now you won't.
God,
maybe it's best that you leave the tarot school. Galatas, you have done very well. One of my best students, but your reckless endangerment of people, civilians, a man at a flying star.
I just wanted to reinvent tarot reading to be a little bit more relaxed about the interpretations. I know that you trained us and here in school to know that each thing is a connection to the cosmos, and what happens in the cards happens in reality. But I thought I could push the boundaries, and now a man died terribly in a pit fire and impaled by a tower.
He's a skeleton now, you know that?
A skeleton.
He burned up and he's a skeleton. Gladys, you are not the first student I've had that has done this. Your path is not a rare one. The journey to being a tarot reader is full of these kind of holes, these traps, these dangerous moments where we have to question everything we love and if we're doing the right thing.
I don't know if I am anymore. Honestly, I did my own tarot reading last night. I know you said to never do your own tarot reading, that there should always be the medium and the person receiving, but
And what did the card say, Gladys?
Well, I was still loosely interpreting, and to me it seemed that everything was going to just, work out okay. That I've, long health, that I have a unique perspective on the world.
You seem fairly nonchalant. Do you remember the man that turned into a skeleton, was impaled, and fell into a burning pit?
Okay.
So you were just going to reread your cards? You were just going to do a loose interpretation of the divine energy that pours through our cards, through our hands, through our words?
You're right, Maestro Tarot. There was, looking back at it, I drew the 3 cups.
I'm refunding your $50 tuition.
Well, there's the fire's made. I hope it's good, Cindy. I hope you like that. It's going good.
It's very strong.
How do you like it? Yeah, it's good. Well, it's kind of like whiskey, right? Doesn't it? There's no whiskey in there.
I can see where there's hint of whiskey, I suppose, but it's
right.
I mean it's good. It's not bad. I don't like it. I was trying to be polite and but I just don't like it. I think it's probably, if you don't mind, I'm just gonna pour it out.
Can I just drink it? Oh,
I'm sorry, I've already poured it out.
Geez, Cindy.
I mean, I guess I would just like a glass of water. It's like every time I'm at your house, you make me a different mixed beverage, and it's like, I just want some water.
Geez, Cindy, I really wish you would have said that earlier in our courtship. Some of those taste tests I had, I wish you weren't just being polite. I wish you really did enjoy some of those drinks.
Some of them were interesting. None of them were good, but some of them were interesting.
But you said they were good. You said you liked them.
I did say they were good, and that was a lie. And a relationship shouldn't start on a series of tiny lies.
No, because now, based upon your excitement, I got excited. Now I have tons and tons of this stuff that you just dumped out because I was so confident that you liked it.
Don't blame me for all the barrels of bitters that you have. I didn't tell you to make them or buy them. I just simply said a lie. I admit a lie that they were good. The drinks that you were making were good.
What about that one time when I said to you? When I said to you, I said, "Don't you think a lot of people would buy this?" And you went, "Mm-hmm." Remember that?
I was more of a mm.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I don't think I went up on the end. There was no mm-hmm.
I thought it
was not affirmative. It was not affirmative. It was not intended to be affirmative.
Well, I feel like a jackass. I feel like
I'm sorry. I agree. My little lies put you up on a tower that you're falling down.
I've fallen down hard. I'm upside down. I used to be cock of the walk, baby. I didn't care what anybody thought. I bought stuff and sold stuff, and it was fine. And now all of a sudden, down is up and up is down. Little Chet, little down Chet. Remember him?
Yeah, I give a little Ted. I liked him.
I liked him too, but I always felt sorry for him. I pitied him. Now he's the cock of the walk, and I'm trash. I'm done. I'm pitiable. I'm broke. I'm so far in debt. I'm worth more dead than alive. I don't know. I need to find some way to turn around my luck and unload these tons and tons of bitters. Oh, Sydney, I'm so sorry. I'm not the man you thought I was. What?
No, you're exactly the man I thought you were.
I just came to turn this shoe, and there's a lot of rigmarole around here. I see some bouncy castle. Looks like some...
Yes, welcome. Perhaps, yes, would you like... Hello, sir. Would you like some cotton candy?
Is that pin the tail on the donkey?
Indeed it is. There you are.
I like that. I do. I've always liked Pin the Tail on the Donkey. Oh, that's a timeless game.
Wonderful game. I've got clothespins in the bottle also. And when you're done with that, you you stand at a high level and drop a clothespin into a bottle. You remember that game? It's lovely.
You know what I like to do with clothespins?
What's that?
Put them on a wire and let them fall tipsy over. I say, it's a little man on a swing. We used to do that all the time at the carnivals.
Yes, carnivals. That's exactly what we're thinking here.
You run a fine racket here. I'm surprised I haven't heard of you sooner. You ought to be the talk of the town.
Well, thank you, kind sir. My name is Darren, and if you could find him around, my associate here, his name is...
Darren?
Yes.
Owner of Darren's Shoes?
That is me.
I recognize your likeness now from the bottom of the soul, and I must tell you, I appreciate the fact that you stenciled a face. I like a product with a face to it, darn it. I don't like any of this rigmarole, the tweeters, everything's called loop. Everything's called loop nowadays. I just want a person's face stamped on a product so I know what I'm buying.
In my day, we didn't have loop. We had a thing called poop, and that's what that stuff is. Yes. Well, there's my friend. Please pay no attention to him, Mysterious Harold. He's just mysterious, and he's putting this all together.
Rather mysterious.
Yes, indeed. He can't help it. He doesn't have any eyelids. His eyes are always like that. He was born terribly.
Being rather old-timey.
Indeed. Do you remember the days when children were born without eyelids and nothing was done about it?
Do I ever? Back when I was a child, someone would die in a grease fire. We barely blinked an eyelash at it. It was normal.
That's what happens with grease fires. You need grease. And sometimes it catches on fire and kills a child. So be it.
So be it. We don't have to sue. We don't have to sue. I'd like to give you my business back. I'm going to unreturn this shoe, which I was about to return, and I'm going to wear it on my foot anyway, because, gosh, golly gee Whitaker, you got a fine noggin for marketing. Don't let anyone tell you otherwise.
Yeah, that's wonderful. Well, if you don't mind, there are a number of different sizes of hush puppy shoes and saddle shoes over here that I find you might find to your fancy. Also, some old-fashioned winter galoshes. The cold weather will be coming soon.
The weather outside is frightful.
But the shoes are quite delightful.
That's... It just keeps playing over and over in my head. The image of dying in a grease fire again. It's like it's on a loop. And then and then the tower that freak accident with the tower that broke in half and impaled him with the tower. I mean, what are the odds of an actual tower impaling him when he was on a trip to Pisa and it broke in half and impaled him and sent him right into the sausage factory and he died in a grease fire and totally skeletalized by the time it was over. And it's my fault. I wield this power with these hands.
No.
These hands have killed. How many more did I kill? How many more did I kill?
Galadis, listen. You need to take this weight off your shoulders, Galadis. This isn't all your fault. People make the decisions that they make. Your tarot cards may have provided predictive powers, but that man decided to try to walk through that grease fire.
No.
That man made the decision to be where he was. Sure, it was freakish, but he's the one who went into those places. You didn't. Other people didn't.
That's a scientific
Galadis.
way, a rational way of thinking about it. Yeah. Yes. He chose to stand beneath a tower that was in the middle of being demolished, and then subsequently, after being impaled, walk himself into a grease fire. Possibly that's an explanation. But did you know that I drew 3 cards?
I mean, that's one.
The tower,
After
the skeleton.
Oh, before. But you drew the skeleton though too.
Yeah, the skeleton one too, and one that we hadn't seen before was Man on Fire. No one had ever seen that one. I didn't even know it was in the deck. So that's a little weird.
So you
That's a
never
little-
saw the card. You never saw the card, and you let him leave your office. Like, so he's there for a tarot reading, gets a card
Yeah,
you've
that's-
never seen, and
Yeah.
you just let him walk out.
I mean, I probably should have
Yeah, no,
recognized
you-
that
I
was
think-
some kind of crazy omen that,
Yeah.
that there was an unknown card
Yeah.
in the deck.
Yeah, I'm sorry. As your therapist, I wanted to try to help you.
Oh God!
I want to try to take some of this burden off your shoulders. But yeah, if you saw a card that you've never seen before, and you're just like, "Give me the money and
I
let me
did.
leave," then yeah, you're. I think actually you're quite responsible for this man's death, and
Well,
I'm
have
kind
you
of.
ever done that? Have you ever phoned it in on a therapy session and just gave generic advice? Oh, that sounds like your feelings are very like you're feeling the thing that you're feeling. You ever just phone it in for a sesh? Huh?
Yes, as a matter of fact, I did. There was a man named Chet who was here recently. He
I
was
know
very
that.
despondent. You know about Chet?
Yes.
Chet,
Chet's
the man whose his warehouse just caught on fire. His
real
business
go-getter.
failed terribly. He used to be, but he's a complete wreck now. He's
falling apart like the gauntlets, the broken gauntlet card.
oh my god, God.
And you are a mirror to the
I phoned
things
it in.
that you see. The phone card. I know that.
I phoned it in.
You're responsible.
What have I done? What have I done? Oh my
Fate.
god, that poor man.
The fate
The
card.
poor man. I could have stopped him. I could have kept him here.
You see how it
We're
feels?
murderers.
You see now how it feels?
Why? Why? I'm a kid.
Thanks, little Chet. This is delicious.
Thanks. Who told you to call me Little Chet?
Big Chet. I mean, I suppose he didn't tell me to call you that. He referred to you as Little Chet.
Oh,
I just assumed that was a fun nickname.
oh, sure, I guess so.
Hmm.
I didn't know he was calling me that.
Yeah, I guess the entire time he knew you. I mean, it kind of fits though. You're little.
Okay. Thanks. All right.
You all right? You seem upset.
Woman
This is
Beth.
delicious.
Woman Beth. I mean, it fits you. You're a woman. Woman Beth. I don't want to be known for my height. Okay, I thought we were having a lovely time, and
Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, of course we are. I mean, this is a great time.
I'm sorry. I'm upset about the whole thing with Chet, and it's been tough. It's been
Yeah.
really difficult.
Can I tell you something?
Yeah, go ahead.
It was arson. He did that himself.
Burned down the building?
Mm-hmm.
How do you know that?
We were kind of on a date when it happened.
So you just date all the Chets, huh?
Oh, yes. I mean, Chet. You just both happen to be named Chet. I'm sorry, I'm spilling around everywhere.
It's okay.
You just both
It's
happen to
okay.
be Chet in the same business.
It's okay. It's okay. This I shouldn't be bringing you here. I shouldn't be sharing the bitters with you. I'm processing a lot right now. I'm in a
I know.
very depressed place, and my life's been kind of confusing, and
Chet? Beth,
Big Chet.
what are you doing here in my hidden stash of bitters? You're drinking them?
Chet, I thought you were dead.
No, I faked it. I faked that. I came back here to get my stuff. I set that fire, and I set up an account under a different man's name. I set up a name, Rex Huntley. Everything is under the name Rex Huntley now. Don't tell anyone you've ever met me or ever seen me or ever heard of a man named Rex Huntley.
Okay,
Promise
Chet.
me that.
I'm just glad you're alive, Chet.
I'm glad to be alive too, but I shouldn't stay here long. I'm frankly upset at both of you to have found my secret stash of bitters. You like them?
They're great.
I'm quite enjoying it.
Trying to return a shoe. What? Some kind of
What are you doing here?
stash of bitters. I was wandering around the neighborhood trying to find a place to return this old worthless shoe with a Nike swoosh on it.
Hey, old timer. I mean, come on. It's not my place, but come on. It's like a speakeasy in here.
Beth? It's me, old Chet.
Oh, Chet! Well, I didn't
Wait a minute.
recognize you with the shoe in your hand.
Oh, Chet.
Come on,
I thought
Beth. Come
I thought you
on.
were dead, old Chet.
No,
Hey, Chet, I thought you...
a lot of people think that about me, but I'm still alive.
I thought you died in that shoe factory explosion years ago.
Nah, that was someone else that died, and it was trash, but it happens all the time.
That one was arson too, wasn't it, old Chet?
Wait, what's this right here? What is it, some kind of barrel bitter?
Yeah, that's right.
I like that it has the name Chet on it. Chet's bitter. I like that about it.
Well, that's his name, and used to be my name before I became Rex Huntley.
Whew, that's old-timey. I'll take 500.
Wait. Let me get this straight. So read the cards again. You're telling me that I'm going to meet
Yes.
the other two.
Yes. Versions of yourself.
I'm part of an ancient triumvirate. Triad, you said.
Triad, yeah. Mm-hmm.
And I'm the little one?
I know. Hey!
So much for coming out or staying in.
Yeah, thanks very much for watching us. Go ahead, Steve.
Thanks to Bruce over
Yep,
here.
Bruce.
There's Bruce.
Hey, Bruce. Thanks so much for running our
Thanks
show.
to Sarah.
Thanks for Sarah. Yeah. She's somewhere in the internet. Go check her out. She's doing a show every Thursday in the same place that we're doing a show. So if you found us, you can probably find Sarah by poking around the same little rabbit hole that you were in when you found us, right?
Yeah.
Seems
Cool. We
reasonable.
also have the show performing tomorrow night. I believe, Steve, you're playing tomorrow night. I think I'm playing tomorrow night. So you can see us again if you want with another group of improvisers. What else, guys?
That's it. I got nothing
That's
else.
it. That's
Yep,
it.
I
We love
literally
y'all
just
so much.
improvised. I have nothing
Hang
else. All
in
right,
there.
thanks, guys. Bye.
Vote,
Good night.
vote,
Take care.
vote,
Oh,
vote.
yes. Do this.
Vote.
Do that.
Thanks a lot. Bye-bye.
Love you guys.
I was walking down the road, I was walking down the line.